It is time now for our Sunrise Smart Start on this Friday. The Walworth Town Board member accused of trying to lure a young girl for sex has resigned. Carol Ambrose is charged with attempted criminal sex act with a minor. Police say he used social media to set up a meeting with a 14-year-old girl who turned out to be a Canandaigua undercover detective. Ambrose was released on an appearance ticket. He is due back in court July 28th. Police say additional charges are pending. The Canandaigua man who caught fire earlier this week has now died from those injuries. 61-year-old Robert Burtis was found by police at his home on North Road Monday. He was given emergency care and then taken by Mercy Flight to Strong, but later died. Police say their investigation revealed nothing suspicious. Well, to Washington now, where the White House is monitoring the rise in COVID-19 cases across the country. Cases have more than doubled in the last 2 weeks as the Delta variant spreads. We are joined live once again by Washington correspondent Kelly Meyer. Kelly, good morning. What steps is the White House taking right now to protect from going into another lockdown like we saw a year ago?
Good morning. I know the question on everyone's mind, and the White House has been pushing for vaccinations for all Americans for the past few months, and more recently stepping up their efforts in recent weeks. The president set that July 4th deadline, which he missed, to get the majority of Americans with at least one shot, and he's still trying to push for Americans to realize the effectiveness of this and protecting folks against the vaccine. We will hear from the White House task force this morning as they update us on the concerns of these rising number of cases and how people can protect themselves. A lot of people are curious to know, especially those who have been vaccinated, what they can do to protect themselves. We're seeing in LA County, they're requiring masks again, regardless of your vaccination status. Will the CDC release new guidelines? Will there be new mask requirements? There's a lot of unanswered questions that we're hoping to find out this morning from the White House task force, and we will definitely keep you updated of what they say.
All right, Kelly, thank you for the live update. Will we go backwards with masks? Time will tell. Next week, a CDC advisory panel will meet to discuss if booster shots are needed for high-risk individuals. In Belgium, severe flooding over the past several days has now left over 100 people dead. Many streets in Brussels and other large cities have been impossible to pass. Meteorologists say intense rains there over the last week have caused heavy damage to cars, homes, and businesses. James Gilbert, let's bring you in. We've had our fair share of rain as well, but of course nothing quite like that.
Yeah, right. That death toll is extremely high for flood events. I mean, we have massive hurricanes that hit the United States that we don't even get close to that death toll. So thinking about those people, those families as well that are impacted by that. We have rain, definitely not on that caliber. But if we are thinking about maybe getting out, it is Friday. Why not get out for a little golf round, because your Saturday round probably will be rained out. Temperatures climbing to the mid to upper 70s this afternoon. A few spots could hit 80. And I think we should actually be okay for a quick 9 holes early this afternoon. But late this afternoon, that's when it gets tougher. Tomorrow, going to be near impossible to avoid the rain. But good news here, Sunday looks like we do see a bit of a break. We'll have the commute forecast and the last check of the 8-day at the end of the show. Mark.
All right, James, thank you. Another check of the roads with our sunrise traffic right now. And we mentioned it just a few minutes ago. A couple of accidents at this hour. One in Pittsford. This is on Marsh Road at Gulf Avenue, and the other in Rochester on Hollenbeck Street at Avenue A. 390, 490, and 590, though, up to speed this morning. While the Olympics are set to begin next week in Tokyo, Japan, here in Rochester, the Ballantine Olympics are just wrapping up. Carmela Boykin is live this morning from the Ballantine Arc of Monroe with how the games are helping folks with special needs. Carmela, good morning.
Good morning, Mark. That's right. I'm outside the Arc of Monroe Ballantine location, where they've had just over a week of Olympic activities. And today at 10 a.m., they'll have their closing ceremony. This morning, I'm joined by the location's director, Elaine Hess. Elaine, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. So just like the real Olympics, all activities lead up to the closing ceremonies. So what are you looking forward to most today?
Mostly looking forward to the smiles, the camaraderie, everybody being together, enjoying themselves. They've worked very hard for this, and they're all looking forward to it.
And also, now that COVID restrictions have been lifted and people can freely interact, what kind of impact do you think these events have on people that you support?
I know they enjoy being together. They enjoy being able to interact with each other, just the closeness, even things like having lunch together. It's just very important for them to feel part of a community together.
And lastly, we talked about supporting the individual's independence in populations like these. So what's the value of that, do you think?
I think the value is they all feel like they're, part of, a team, part of society. We promote independence. That's what we want the most. So we're not there to do things for every individual. We're there to help them when needed. But the most important thing is that they feel that they can do things on their own.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Elaine.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
And like we mentioned, the Arc of Monroe's closing ceremonies begin at 10 a.m. today. Reporting in Rochester, Carmela Boykin, News 8.
Sounds like a great program, Carmela. Thank you. The Valentine Olympics wrapping up today, as Carmela mentioned. The Summer Games in Tokyo begin in just 1 week. All right, the New York Times reporting Governor Cuomo will speak with investigators from the state attorney general's office coming up tomorrow. It's part of the ongoing independent investigation into allegations of sexual misconduct by the governor. The governor's office says it will not comment until that review is completed. However, the senior advisor to the governor, Rich Azzopardi, said, quote, "The continued leaks are more evidence of the transparent political motivation of the attorney general's review." News 8 did reach out to the Attorney General's office. We are waiting to hear back. The mother accused of killing her 3-month-old daughter was arraigned yesterday. Mabel Enid Rosado Delgado has been charged with second-degree murder. Investigators say back in June, she brought her injured baby to Rochester General. The baby died about a half an hour later. The Monroe County Medical Examiner's office says that baby died of blunt force trauma, and her death was ruled a homicide. A judge has set Delgado's bail at $75,000. She is due back in court coming up on September 2nd. In our Family First segment this morning, breaking the stigma when it comes to depression. Millions suffer from it. Our CBS News colleague in New York City is sharing her painful and personal journey in the hope of helping others. Like many, Cindy Shu's life looked great from the outside. An anchor and reporter at WCBS in New York City and the mother of a young daughter. But in 2015, she found herself in a life and death battle with mental illness.
I attempted suicide weeks after I had left work.
You were by yourself?
I was by myself. My daughter was away at camp. I attempted, and the hope was I wouldn't wake up.
There are 1 in 4 Americans who are going through similar types of mental health experiences, and we just need to shine a light and take the stigma out of these topics.
Well, if you know someone who needs help or you need help, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline Network has a 24/7 crisis hotline, 1-800-273-TALK or 8255. You can also text the word TALK to 741-741. You'll be able to text with a trained crisis counselor. All right, here's what some folks might be talking about at the old water cooler this morning. The Open Championship continuing today at Royal St. George's in the UK. It is the final major of the year for the tour. Round 2 teeing off earlier this morning. Of course, they're across the pond, so they're ahead of us. Louis Oosthuizen had the first round lead at 6 under par. The Open Championship will wrap up on Sunday, but earlier in the day, so you can watch your major golf and then get on with your plans.
Yeah.
I always like that about this tournament. It doesn't take up your whole day just to see who wins.
Right, and you can watch the best players in the world struggle like we do on the golf course.
Yeah, and you know, it's interesting because usually they deal with rain at some point in the tournament. I don't believe it's in the forecast there this week, but certainly is in our forecast.
It is, definitely, and I think we could probably still get a couple of holes off today, but if you have to work instead, I get that, to finish off the work week. Temperatures on the mild side, 70 degrees, mostly cloudy. We'll call it overcast. Just a couple of drops today, but the rain showers really ramp up overnight and into your Saturday. Make sure you have alternate plans for Saturday as we've got that rain. But good news is Sunday things do clear out, so switch them over to Sunday. And I'm happy to prolong my yard work. As much as I can push it back, I'm fine with.
Yes, of course, by the time we do get to it, it's going to be sizable.
Right.
That's it for us for now here on News 8 at Sunrise. Thank you for tuning in. Our next update coming up in 30 minutes. CBS This Morning is up next. Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.